No? No, I'm good. Oh yeah, Discord. Yep. Okay. Hey, welcome to the stream, DJ MLG Savage. And if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to episode 1 of Katawa Shoujo. He's still Bongo Cat. Yeah, I upgraded. Anyways, let's start this. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wood chimes. This popular retreat for couples in the summer, this deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy quite out of sight of teachers and fellow students. Now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyways? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah yes, the note. Flipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of a letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I pondered the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickened. The snowflake silently falls from a white painted sky, by only the only signs of time passing in the stagnant world. The slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. ISO. Game? Hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I listened to 100 times, but I never asked more than an eavesdrop to a conversation. I turned to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart began. Did I download the right version? I feel like this is version 5. I don't know. Iwanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. I really want to do a girl voice. I have water. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy joy smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Nani? My heart is pounding now, as if it was trying to burst out of my chest and claim this girl for itself. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonious noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself as if supported by some new confidence. Eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirled her long dark hair around her finger, all while the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even voice a word out if I tried. You see, I want to know if you go out with me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. I reach up to try to massage my throat, but it only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Kaiser? My whole body freezes, saves for my eyes, which shoots open in terror. Kaiser! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at knee. The world around me, the canopy of the bare branches, the dull winter sky, and when I go running towards me, all these fade to black. The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Maybe that was an opening. I don't know. Oh, for fuck's sake, how the hell am I already hospitalized? Beep. 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 Wait. Why am I not a mod on YouTube yet? Because reasons. I'm gonna let certain people be mods, like highly trusted people. Actually, a well animated clock, holy shit. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Why is Magma though? Because he's been here for a long ass time. And he's respectable. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Oh, that was a heart attack? Oh, I thought he just passed out for fucking 6 months. Well, 4 months, but you know what? Who cares? And Magma Cane just switched. Oh, yeah. Twitch Prime. Still need to mod him in Twitch, but you know what? It's fine. That whole time, I could probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I have plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. Strange word. A foreign alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat the way too fast. It could be fatal. Apparently I had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of myself. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatment. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing short after. I realized that the only reason I've gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turning into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I had barely any visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanaka was the last stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyways. She didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. A hospital? It's not really a place I like to live in. Doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they had a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of what I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but he told me to wait and see if the treatments and surgery would work. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries have left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffled around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands, but I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the books I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like the time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I paused in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But the other times, all the other things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness, though the barrier of nonchalance had set up for me. The pages of my books would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so much harder to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that only happened rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today the doctor came in and gave me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. It's supposed to be some kind of special occasion, not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist have. He takes his time, burning his paper, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks at me in the eyes for a moment. "Hello, Izo. How are you doing?" I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. "I believe that you could go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription." The doctor hands the sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns to wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? The absurd longness of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. Holy shit! No way, you need like a fucking phone for that many. Clinical depression? Do I see clinical depression in that? Okay, nightmare is not really a condition. Cardiac arrest, heart failures. Head pain. Yeah, clinical depression, asthma. Holy shit. 500 grams per 12 hours, 50 milligrams per 12 hours, 500 milligrams per 48 hours. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so... I can't understand any of it, attempting to only make me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day? I'm afraid this is the best we could do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I had felt better if he didn't say anything at all. Also, I've spoken to your parents and they believe that it's really best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please calm down, Hazo. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. A school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of the students live on campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to distinguish that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff. You wouldn't make a hospital nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and we had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you would like it. It looks like I don't have a choice. Compared to other hard problem, people with your conditions usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This is an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity! Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and, well, it's not the same one. Special school. That's an insult. That is what I wanted to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All the students there are very active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right. There are many of graduates of schools that have gone to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disabilities. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by the disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question. It's funny, I always thought my life would actually be kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I could go back to my school anyways. No. I don't say anything. The fact is that I now know it's futile. I look around the room feeling very tired of all of this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I tried to put on a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. but let me try. Clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I could think of to get to me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start and my life isn't over. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Wait, so what happened up until now? Basically, you had a heart attack when a girl confessed to you. I wonder if it looked like a gay first girl, but I couldn't be. Pause! How do I pause this? Holy shit. Why is it automatically going? Okay. I think there's a fucking this. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and grey plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it looks like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly. Moving forward felt good. So I walked towards the main building of Yakamaku Academy with this brisk pace. Oh my god, stop! Stop! What the fuck? What the fuck? Stop! Stop! Why is it fucking auto mode? How do I turn it off? The fuck? You know what? I'm just gonna put a save state right here. And text history. Okay, the grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees, and the smell of fresh cut grass, and all the other parks-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's a new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many just for school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's uncanny valley. Even though I told this was my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my meditations of a school for... caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was someone here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. Trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashes all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again, how they could say that the operating rooms are painted greens because green is a common color. But why am I feeling anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in the front of this haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back in anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture noticed me as I enter. There are only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. You must be Nikki? Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Mutao. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there is no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine, but we should probably get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in this situation. Somehow, not knowing what it is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Ah, fuck. Do I have to? I'm not a show. Why? I mean, naturally I would be like, sure, because fuck it. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Each choice matter. Yeah, I know. Right, but there is no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me from thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher upstairs. Why seem a bit aggressive anyways? The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Mutaro opens the door and enters. Good morning everyone, sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing in the spot. Ah, get a grip, this is a big step, I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least, not this soon. Hey, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible waifus. Emphasis on possible. I follow the teacher in the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gaze of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's a lot of space left over around and in between the desk. The entire wall has been taken up by blackboards and high old-fashioned windows, only to make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stopped walking in front of the students and faced other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediate obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. A bit jarring. Oh shit, there's more people? Ah, fuck, we got a fat ass in the back of the class. The closer you sit to the window, the more important you are. God damn it. Legs, excuse me. Who's the thumbless one? Okay then. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out to the teacher's speech halfway through while he's introducing me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it's making her invisible. There's only one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. Weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making fun of her. Seems to be making some weird hand motion. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. Kind of cute, so is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her? She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Holy shit. What the fuck her legs looking like when you eat all the meat off a jump? What the fuck? Calm. Okay. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hand and so does everyone else, except for the one girl in the first row who has one hand. I cringe a little, but hiding it by a bow and thanks for this applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So I'm Haisao Nakai. After all that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope we can all get along with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied with what little I said though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throws glances at me. Could have gotten worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intensely, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. First row girl claps on this round, with one of her hands against the wrist that ended up being a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to do some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You could work with Hakamichi. Holy fuck these Japanese names. Hakamichi. She is the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day assignments and announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow, the teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi is right over there. Suzune Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbling, nice word choice, looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes wave her hands at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? Nice to meet you. No, please don't tell me you already fucked up. Did I already fuck up? What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi C-chan. Oh, okay then. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her. The one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me the whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledged my presence, but I only barely. She is short yet carefully neatly brushed her hair. A pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose and dark blue eyes that seems to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. Nice to meet you. Shizune. It says nothing. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like you'll be able to talk to people and who's better to explain things to you. I can see why you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why would you think I was Shin-chan. Chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth with her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Sit-chan, of course, here he is. E? Wait, that's a guy? Excuse me? That's a fucking guy? That's a guy? That's a guy. Wait, Katawa Shoujo Sit-chan. Oh. Never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind. Who's Sit-chan? Sit-chan. Katawa. Who's Sit-chan? Did I already forget my name or something? Oh. Never mind. She's in there. Who she's? I'm confused now. You know what? I'm just gonna continue. Okay? Just whoosh. Sit-chan is the girl in the glasses girl. Oh, never mind. I misinterpreted the sentence. Okay.
If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? Well, we knew that there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know how we'll be here today so soon. It-chan, right?
It-chan?
Yep. It fits, doesn't it?
Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I never liked that nickname. I don't really see how.
It fits! You look just like I imagined.
I'm sorry, but I can't speak sign language. Yo, shout out to my people who are deaf. Okay? Oh fuck, I didn't meant to do that shit. Akamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Mishi's attention. They just back and forth to each other excitedly to get the hands of a blur. The high-pitched voice sounds painful? Well, that's the point. Misha seems a little overwhelmed.
Sorry about that. Jen just wanted to know that she's the class friend. So if there's anything you want to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
Nisha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out that otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today.
That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just the school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really? Sit-chan?
What about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that. Or I just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyways. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I felt like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deep.
Look down. Are you okay?
Something in sign language.
Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needed help. Not looking like you just failed a test.
I need water. Alright. Again, something in sign language I do not understand.
And another thing, you don't have to call me Sit-chan or something so formal. Like Akamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Sit-chan. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Yep. Shizune is fine.
Okay, that'll be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like just an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she seems still like... She still seems like that. Just less so, I guess.
Alright, we haven't even touched the assignment. Just start work now, or Sit-chan will get mad.
The assignment's also kind of long. We should probably start now if we want to finish before the end of class.
That too.
For Shizune, I'm literally just gonna do a bunch of clapping noises because I don't know what sign language is. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message.
After class we could walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay?
This assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of both being difficult and unnecessarily long. Wash transition. Still, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Mishita are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I felt guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Oh, time for lunch. Shizune, autistic clapping seizure. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I meet Mutao? Yeah, Mutao. Down the bottom floor. Hey! Just like everything in a school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate.
It's the cafeteria!
Enthusiastic statements of the obvious make people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There is rather a long list of menu options, which seems great until I realized that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. Oh nice, it almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating proportioned measures with scientific precision to meet the needs of patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points at Shizune. I don't understand sign, so that point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper and polite.
Do you want to know something?
What?
About anything.
Oh my god, my voice is gone.
about anything. We're your guide, so you should ask if there's something.
I wonder. Oh, fuck! God damn it! I think I've got everything. Hell no! I wanted to ask about the deafness. I feel like she's not deaf though. And I don't really care, but I know the library is it's our hobby and we're addicted to it, but addictions are bad, so we need to know information, so we need to know Shizune's deafness. And I think I've got everything I need to know. It's just stupid. You don't know where the fuck you are. You probably don't even know how to get back to your damn class. Shizune intrigues me, and I want to ask her something about her. But I can't really ask about something that personal, can I? Can't come up with anything to ask, so I just focus on my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune signed back and forth very animatedly. With sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about a secret girl stuff or something. Quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill the silence. What? No information? Fuck off. That's not fair. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. That dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the classroom with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I could feel her tension all the way from here, as if it's slowly turning into a stone just from her presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with the other students and finally, the teacher. Getting to the rhythm, school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start to yawn and count the minutes left. I feel like I've missed something. Never mind. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me feel like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. For long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Besides me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me.
Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hitchan. We gotta hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do.
I'm gonna break my hands because of the fucking sign language.
You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it.
Wait. The teacher said I'll have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go?
Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurse have their own building, so we have to go outside.
We join the flow of students making their own way down the stairways outside, with the girls pointing out the other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building to the right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building.
This is the auxiliary building here. A lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurse offices. They even have a swimming pool.
How is that official?
Don't be silly, Hitchan. For physical therapy, of course. Anyways, all the nursing staff facilities are there too. The head nurse office is on the first floor. We'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. The whole building for fuck, I did that again. The whole building for stuff that had nothing to do with actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping that this will be a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate on it. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invited myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly looking man turns around on an office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there is at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Hello there, what can I do for you? He's young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheek wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question several times. Why, yes, I am. There's so on the door now. You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Haiso Nakai. His eyes lighten up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai? I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestured me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yeah. Good, well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll go over this quickly. We have all kind of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There are someone from my staff around even at night. Never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. Famous 24-hour enough staff. Well, in the hospital, isn't it? Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. This joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at this school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but don't let the nurse know. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of paper around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminated flooring, and all the equipment you expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous education posters are hanging from all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have a medication for arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't help much. Apart from that, do you have any sports, rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own jokes, but I don't get it. Well, I play soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I have to gonna recommend you to refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. A lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but I'm not really too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just having to do something. Any kind of a concussion might be very dangerous for your heart, and risking other attacks is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of the cause in the papers. Not exactly. He sidestepped the question acceptably. He glances over his paper with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so exercise would do you some good. We have physical therapy and such available as I said, but I don't think we really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walk or even night jogs, jump ropes, or that sort of thing. Assuming maybe there's a pool here. I was told. You were very good. At any rate, I'm sure you have been told before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger in emphasis. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risk. Take care of yourself. Okay. Goes over my papers one more time and set them on a desk. Obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm unsure out. I'm unsure out before I realize it. Quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building. Although, in my eyes, they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I'll get to the other students, so I'll watch people coming out of the school going towards the gate of dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going, and I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. But again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? Or one of us? I should go somewhere to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I scooch towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of some sort between the school and dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that has filled the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made out of red brick like the others. It feels too pompous for what is, so I push forward going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the keys I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and the doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallways. Poke my head around the corner of the common door room. Inside, a few students are watching television. One nods and give a quick hello before turning back to TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seems to have a toilet and showers, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy 119. The nameplates of the room adjacent to mine are blank, so I guess there's just 2 of us here. Light shines from the door, from below the door of room 117, so I light knock. Hello, is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He looks at me very intently through his extreme thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blind? No. At least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Haizo Nakai, I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out and smiling beatingly, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup dude? The name's Kenji. Hi. You take Genji's sweaty hand and shake it. Still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude, and for him, welcome. There's some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people too. Can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Heiser. Me? I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? Thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean back to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in the search of a door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white lining, and a desk made of some type of light wood. Ugly ass curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot more emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. It seems there has been a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeves of one of the shirts. Hi Hichan, we have unpacked your things and made your bed. They said if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can go and call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I hope I would have. Then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put down the note on the desktop and lie down on bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. Restless urge just keeps me from going until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming in, and for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go back and borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. For now, drugs. A bottle of medication neatly arranged on my night table catches my eye. Pick one up and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside. Then read the glued on pharmacy label. Isao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. What? Who puts that on a fucking medication? 2 tablets daily to stay alive. That's like, okay, here is your IV cable, 1 gallon of water in your veins to stay alive. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You don't put stay alive, just put 2 tablets daily to maintain homeostasis or something. Jesus, that's too straightforward. It doesn't really say that, but it could've. Oh, fuck you! Misinterpretations, my ass. Kinda twisted having your life depends on chemical like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right numbers of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. ... I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Nighttime, ZZ. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheet feels slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for my room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling look like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fears creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. And dead! 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 Heart attack! Fuck. There's a transition. Is this Act 2 or something? Or Day 2? Okay, it's been an hour, so hold up. I'm just gonna save from here. Save. Let's check the saves again. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream because one, it's been an hour and 5 minutes, and I need to end it for YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, or if you're watching on YouTube, the VOD. And have yourself a damn good one, scrubs. See you later. Also, good cat.